What's cracking, everybody? Money Smart Guy Matt Zapala here, hailing to you from the PHP Studios. And in this episode, we're going to talk about the 5 do's and the 5 don'ts of social media. Before I get into the points, I want to just say that social media is a phenomenon that when I started my career in 1999, I'm dating myself. In 1999, there was no social media. Matter of fact, there wasn't even any Google or YouTube. It was just simple iPhones, not even iPhones. It was just regular Sprint PCS phones, Nextel phones. They were just coming on. And it was about 2007, 2008 where social media really started to come on board, where people started using it not just as a directory catalog with their friends, but the way it's being used today, which is to market, to brand, to make the people that you follow and they follow you, to make them aware about what you're doing, what you're about, your opinions on things, and what you're promoting. And so I believe that social media tool that you're using today is one of the greatest phenomenons that anybody brand new in business can really use to accelerate them in success in their business if you're using this tool properly. So my first tip in using social media is to get professional headshots. When you upload a professional headshot, and we're talking about from the bust up, you look good, you feel good, you social media, you do it right, and in the words of Deion Sanders, it's gonna pay good. Because when you have a professional headshot, it's an image of you putting your best face forward. You know, in business, we talk about putting your best foot forward, but in social media, on the social media platforms, it's putting your best face forward. Because your picture is a first impression of your face, your name, what you're about. I'm not saying that it's right, but people will, and will continue to do so, judge a book by its cover. And if that's true, we'll make it a very nice cover. So get your makeup done, get your haircuts done, get a professional photo done. And by the way, I'm not asking you to invest $500, $600, $800 into a professional headshot. Something simple as a studio and somebody that knows how to rock an iPhone. That you can do it many, many different times over, just as long as it looks professionally done. It's not something that you just cropped out of a photo at a Cubs game. That's right, Chicago Cubs game or Chicago Bears game. I'm nailing it even though I'm wearing Dallas colors right now. But nonetheless, don't put your baby's face up there. Don't put your favorite sports teams up there. Don't put your fraternity. Don't put your Marine Corps logo up there, your branch of service. No, it's you, your professional photo, because you are branding yourself, you're marketing yourself, and that's an opportunity for you and the followers that connect with you, a first opportunity for people to get to know you, to like you, and then begin to trust you. Point number 2, post on your stories, whether on IG stories, or if you guys are using Snapchat, whatever platform that is that you're using, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, post on those stories 8, 10, 12 times a day. Because that's going to do a couple things. It's going to trigger the algorithms of those social media networks that you are an active profile, that you should be shown in people's news feeds because you're actively using your social media profile. Number 2, the fact that you're showing people behind the scenes. A lot of people may never like your comments. They may never like, comment, or share your content. But the weird thing, they'll check you out behind the scenes. They'll check you out what you're doing at home. They'll check out what you're doing in your car. They'll check out what you're doing in the office. They'll check you out before you step on stage to talk to your team. They'll check you out when you're hanging out and just having a meal at the restaurant. They're going to watch that. Here's why. Because everybody puts up the highlight videos on their posts, on their videos. But people want to see how you are with your hair down, with your makeup off, what you like just as a normal person. And so IG stories, or whatever platform you use, stories allows you to be humanized, again, so people can get to know you, they get to like you, and then also start to begin to trust you. Number 3, curate or create. In other words, if you are wondering what to talk about in your social media every day, and I suggest that you post content daily. If you don't worry about what you're going to take a picture about, what you're going to take a video on, if you're not creating, it's okay. Curate. In other words, if you find an article about money interesting, repost that on your social media profile. If our CEO founder said something profound on his PBD podcast or in a Valuetainment episode, repost that on your social media profile. If one of your team members are getting promoted or being celebrated, repost that on your profile. Any little bit of success that's going on in your life, repost that on your social media profiles. So you don't have to worry about what do I create today. That will probably be for more advanced people as they get to their social media, their confidence with it. But just create content. Content that will help add to the fact that you're in business, you're in the financial services, and people, when they think about money and business, they think about you. Content where people say, you know what, I hate my job sucks, I'm overworked, I'm underpaid, I'm not appreciated, my 401k is dragging, I'm losing money here, I'm losing money there, I'm stuck where I'm at financially. The content that you've been creating or curating on your social media profile will then start triggering memories, and people say, you know what, this person, I may not ever talk to a person on TV. I've never talked to our CEO, founder, Patrick Bet-David, on his YouTube channel, but I can talk to you in my local town, in my local city, because they see your social media profile, the professional headshot, they see your address, they see your phone number, and then they can connect to you. So make sure to not overthink posting content daily, but either creating or curating. Number 4, connect with local influencers. When I started using social media in Chicago, I started building up our brand. I was using hashtags to either post myself and using those hashtags to find other people that are posting about entrepreneurship. Hashtag sports, hashtag Chicago entrepreneur, hashtag Chicago insurance, hashtag Dallas entrepreneur, hashtag Dallas a mortgage, or hashtag Dallas real estate. I'm looking for people that are hashtagging their location and their category of their career in my local area. And then once I found those folks, I'd put a list, I'd follow the content, and I'd engage with their postings. I'd like the content, I'd comment on the content, and then I'd also send them a direct message to let them know who I am. And if they never check it, guess what I'm constantly doing? I'm liking and I'm commenting. Here's my rule of thumb. If you look at a piece of content and you're looking at it for more than 1 or 2 seconds, you better just like it. If you're looking at it for more than 3 to 5 seconds, you're actually starting to consume the content. 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 8 seconds, drop a comment on your biggest takeaway or your first impression when you saw their piece of content. Because what that does is it shows an influencer in your area that you're looking to connect with, that, wow, this person's in my area. I see them doing insurance. I see them in this part of town. They're constantly communicating with me directly and indirectly. Maybe this is a person that I should pay attention to. The weirdest thing, I'll tell you what happened to me last week. Out of the blue, I hadn't talked to this person in 15 years, but I've been on social media. I've been doing my thing. This person calls me out of the blue. I know this person is in real estate. And out of the blue, they pitch me an idea that we're going to be billionaires one day. The whole time, the last 15 years, 0 likes, 0 comments, 0 messages. And when she reached out to me, guess what it was? Awkward. It was weird. I didn't see what she was constantly doing. I didn't see what she was involved in. And so her idea to pitch me that she's going to involve me in something that's going to make her and I billions of dollars, I'm already reserved. My objections are already up. The flip side is true. If you are also constantly engaging and promoting and liking and commenting, that shows somebody you're active, and posting, that shows somebody not only are in the game today, but you're also leading and influencing and thought leading your specific niche, your specific city, your specific category, which is insurance, which is entrepreneurship. Once you do those things and you click with local influencers, people ask you to come on their podcasts, people ask you to grab lunch with them, people ask to mastermind together with you. You become the go-to person in that area. And as you're doing this, and you're building up your content, guess what happens? You want to learn more about the business. You want to learn more about entrepreneurship. You want to learn more about insurance. So doing this process of branding and marketing forces you also to be a student of business. Point number 5 of what to do with social media. Now, I know many of you are out there shaking hands, you're calling top 25 lists, meeting people, using the 3-foot rule. You're at the gas station, you're at Walmart, you're at Target, you're smoking a cigar, you're at the gym, you're playing basketball, you're at Zumba class, whatever the case may be, and you're exchanging numbers with people. What I also ask them is not only for their phone number, but also, here's this question. Are you also on social media? Oh, sure, I'm on social media. Do you have any objections for us to connect on social media? Yeah, no problem. So how do I find you on social media? Boom, you look it up right then and there. Oh, is this you? Yes, it is me. Great. This is me. I'll send you a message. By the way, would you also like to follow back? Sure, no problem. I'll follow back. Why? Because if you're in person with somebody, you're exchanging information, it's a little less awkward on their end for a follow back. to connect, to follow up on social media. Now, it's kind of weird for some people that out of the blue, you haven't talked to them, you haven't shook hands with them, there's no social engagement in person. It's kind of awkward for somebody to send you a DM and say, hey man, I'm doing this, I'm in insurance business, I'm in PHP, I'm in Chicago, I'm in Dallas, I'm in California, I'm in Texas, Florida, and then follow me back. It's kind of weird, kind of awkward. But if you meet that person in a live event where there's actual in-person interaction, it's a lot easier for you to connect with them on social media. And here's the cool part too as well. If you do this, in all the 4 different points I just shared with you, they have a good impression about you. They see that you're liking and commenting and engaging in their content. But you're also providing insights and your thought leadership and on your content, and you're creating things to post on your feeds. Well, guess what they start to do? They start seeing your content frequently too as well. And guess what's going to happen? Natural, organic relationship building starting to happen online, and social media not only becomes a branding tool, not only becomes a marketing tool, but it becomes a powerful follow-up tool. Why? If I'm calling people on phone zone, or I'm texting people during my normal phone zone, hours of power, guess what social media is doing behind the scenes without me actually having to push the buttons, without having to actually post content? Content that was maybe successful a week ago, a month ago, 6 months ago, weirdly and oddly enough, shows up in people's feeds because people are still engaging in it. Or the flip side is true. If they follow your content and looking over your profile, when you're making phone calls or you're in other appointments, and people say, do I trust this Matt Sapaula? Let me see what he's all about. It gets, next thing you know, if you've posted a library of content surrounding areas of entrepreneurship, the economy, inflation, interest rates, people losing money, people losing their jobs, and you're creating solutions with your content on there, they're looking at this library of content and saying, this person kind of knows what they're talking about. Maybe I need to align with them a little bit more closely than this, John Smith over here. They may just post once a week or once a month. Or the last time he posted was in 2021. So social media, if done properly, and you connect with people, not only ask for the people's phone numbers in a social interaction, but also ask for the social media profile and engage with them there going forward. So therefore, social media becomes a powerful follow-up tool working for you.